These are the top 3 bass fishing lures you need to be using if you're fishing in a pond. Number 1 absolutely has to be the Senko. Whether you're throwing a Texas rig, Carolina rig, or a wacky rig, a Senko is by far one of the best options you can go with. I usually like to go with a 5 to 6 inch option. Usually I go with a Gary Yamamoto Senko or a Guggenbait's Lunker Log. Both of those seem to work really well. I usually like to use natural colors when the water's really clear, or if it's really muddy, I like to go with darker options like black and blue or just black. Number 2 absolutely has to be the popper. A topwater popper is an absolute go-to for me when it comes to pond fishing just because of the presence. It's not too obnoxious like a topwater frog sometimes can be, and it definitely shows the fish some variety because they don't always see the popper action, especially in local ponds. This wouldn't have even been a list about pond fishing if I didn't include the spinnerbait. The spinnerbait is by far in my top 3 best pond fishing lures, hands down. I usually like to go with something a little bit lighter, a little bit smaller, because a lot of times those big spinnerbaits can scare the bass. It's great for covering water really quickly, especially if you're fishing a new body of water. You can use spinnerbaits in clear water, you can use spinnerbaits in stained water, you can use spinnerbaits pretty much anywhere. Let me know down in the comments what are your top 3 lures for fishing in ponds, and don't forget to follow Big Bass Boys Official for all your bass fishing tips and tricks.